Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome in. How is everyone this evening? Hope everybody had a wonderful beginning of their year so far. Let me see who is in here thus far. Cecilia Mack, good evening, all. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, darling. Thank you. Thank you for the red and black hearts. There is Margaret. Welcome in, sweetheart. I'm going to talk about you here in a minute. I'm going to let some more people get in. Margaret said, hey, y'all, I got to come home from the hospital today. Yay. I am so glad, Margaret. Praise God for that. Andrea says, hello, still classy and all the beautiful basket makers. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, darling. R. Coop says, happy New Year's. Happy New Year's, baby. And thank you for the hearts. There is Charlie Shops. Welcome in, baby. Good evening, Miss Classy, and Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year. Right back to you, darling. Let me see. Susan Martinez says, hey, everyone. Hello, Susan, and welcome in. Miss Sally says, happy blessed New Year, chat. Hey, Sally, welcome in, honey. Hey, Peggy, how you doing, darling? Thank you for the hearts and welcome. Michelle's Variety Gifts and More says, hello, still classy and everyone. Happy New Year. Happy New Year right back. Every day with Rochelle. Hey, baby, welcome in. Oh, my goodness, it's going quick. I got to pull you back down and see you. Rose says, hey, Deb and chat. Blessings all. Blessings right back to you. Happy New Year. Hey, Rachel, how you doing, baby doll? Well, happy New Year. Betty says, happy New Year all. Happy New Year. Hey, Jeanette. Hey, my sister, still classy. Hello, baby doll. Welcome in and thank you for the hearts. Hey, KOK. Happy New Year, sweetheart. She says, hey, sweetie in chat. Welcome in, baby. More Create. Hello, still classy in chat. Hey, baby, you have caused quite a stir with your last little video short using that cupcake stand or whatever that's called. Really cute. If y'all haven't seen that, make sure y'all go over and look at that on More Create. Really adorable. And now Shy from Life of Shy was also doing it using a pink one. Monique said, hey, still classy everyone. Hello, Monique. Welcome in, baby. Happy New Year to you. KB said, hey, still classy everyone. Hey, darling. Welcome. Hey, Angela. How are you, sweetheart? Welcome in. Sonny said, hey, everyone. Hello, baby. How are you? Welcome. Gosh, I just lost y'all that quick. I was doing so good keeping up with everybody, but no, it had to take off. Let me see. Brenda says, good morning, still classy. And everyone, happy New Year's. Where you live, Brenda, for it to be good morning? Where are you at? Are you in a way different time zone? Look at all them red and black hearts. Thank you, beautiful. Welcome in and happy New Year to you as well. Playmaker Mama said, happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year right back to you. Hey, Lillian. Good evening, still classy and everyone in the chat. Welcome in, darling. Robbie said, thumbs up, Miss Classy. Yes, all of y'all. Yes, thanks. For all of y'all popping in, please make sure y'all hit that like button as you come in. I'd appreciate it. Charmaine said, hey, everyone. Happy New Year. Auntie's Gifts and More says, hello, everyone. And hello, Charmaine. Hello, Auntie's Gifts and More. Margaret Retracted. All Occasion Gifts said, hey, still classy. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, baby. Yolanda said, hello, baby. Welcome in. Nessa said, at dinner with the fam, making healthy food choices. Couldn't miss my sister's live stream. Well, thank you, baby doll. Yeah, we haven't started the healthy eating yet. We getting there. I've started Amari on it a lot more. Amari was having some digestive issues, so we've got her eating a lot more healthy than the rest of us. But thank you, Nessa, and Happy New Year, baby. Baskets by Quiche. Happy Saturday. Happy New Year's, everyone. Back at you, darling. Courtney said, hello, still classy and everyone. Hey, baby, welcome in. Hey, Marie. Happy blessed New Year to you, too. Sweet says, hey, Miss Classy and everyone. Hello, darling. Tonda Burt said, hey, still classy and everyone in the chat. Happy New Year. Happy New Year right back. Hey, Lady J. Welcome in, baby doll. Margaret said, hope everybody is doing well. Yes, I hope everybody is in good health. I know the last time that we were on, there was a lot of sick people. I know personally a lot of sick people right now. Um, that is out there. That them cooties are out in full effect, y'all. I don't know how many of y'all believe in masking or not, but I suggest when you're going in these stores and it's crowded the way it is, on these big sales, I would suggest putting a mask on. I'm telling you, because them cooties are not playing. Y'all make sure you keep Miss Margaret in your prayers. She just made it home today from the hospital. She had walking pneumonia and was in the hospital being treated for that for a few days. Had to be taken to the hospital by ambulance. So this stuff is no joke, y'all. It is no joke. So please keep Miss Margaret in your prayer. LBE, I know she was starting to feel better when I spoke to her last. There was a lot of other people sick, so I'm hoping everybody is doing better. Let me see. Sherika said, good evening, still classy. Good evening, baby doll, and welcome in. Valerie said, hey, still classy and everyone. Betty Dindy said, and hey, Valerie. Betty said, hey, still classy and basket makers. Basket maker, happy Saturday and happy New Year. Right back at you, Betty. Hey, Paulette, happy New Year, everyone, she says. Tabitha said, happy New Year, still classy and everyone. Hey, Tabitha, welcome in, baby. Oh, gosh. I don't know why it does that. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. I just don't know why it does it. Let me see. Where did I leave off at? Tabitha, I think. Pamela said, hey, still classy. No, I think I said hey to Pamela. Loretta said, hey, still classy and everyone. Happy New Year. Hello, Loretta. Stephanie said, hey, classy and happy Saturday, basket designers. Hello, beautiful. Welcome in. Robbie is saying, I thought of you, Miss Classy, at 5:45 or 4 this morning. Did you really? How sweet. Thank you, baby. S. Bloom's Creations Crafting says, hello, hello, and welcome. Yvonne said, happy New Year, happy New Year. Cynthia said, hey, Classy and everyone, happy New Year. Right back at you. Alicia said, good evening, everyone. I'm at my cousin's baby shower. My volume is turned down. I refuse to miss the Still Classy show, starring the one and only Still Classy. Thank you, Alicia. I appreciate you. And congratulations to whoever's having the baby. More Create said, thank you. I really appreciate you saying that. No problem at all, baby. It was beautiful. Hey, Kimberly Showers. Girl, I thought about you a while ago. I said, this is the longest we went without speaking, I think, Kimberly. I said, I ain't heard from Kimberly all day long. No, we normally, either I'm calling you or you calling me long before the day is out. Chef T said, hey, everyone. Hello, Chef T, and welcome in. Sedona said, hey, everybody. Linda Williams, hello, hello, and welcome, baby doll. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, class and everybody, she says. Now, Linda Williams, I know there's another Linda. Linda Williams is Mama Showers, right? That is Linda Williams, because I know we have another Linda, but I'm pretty sure it's Linda Williams. Hey, Crafty Leo, she said, hey, still classy in chat. Sha said, hey, she on her way. All right. All right. Crafty Leo, I try not to be jealous. I really, really, really try not to be jealous of people's hauls and stuff because I know what's for me is for me. But baby, when I saw your candy short on what all your store had, I admit, I had a little bit of green envy pop up on me. I had to ask for forgiveness. I told Kimberly, I'm not watching nobody's hauls. I'm not watching no one's hauls. I don't want to see all that candy that everybody was able to find. I just don't want to see it. That little green envy was just creeping up on me. I'm just kidding. I was happy you found it. Let me see. Crystal said, hey, everyone. Hey, Crystal. Olympia said, good evening, still classy. Good evening, baby. Rochelle said, hello, all basket makers. Thank you, baby, for them hearts. Creative Desk Solutions says, hey, everyone. I'm present for class with pen and paper in hand. Well, welcome in, sweetheart. Nissa is laughing. Lisa said, hey, still classy in chat. Hey, beautiful. Thank you for the hearts. I was enjoying watching your happy mail too, girl. You are being blessed and so rightly deserved. You are one of the sweetest people I know. Um, but that was a wonderful, wonderful happy mail you got too. Ebony said, aren't y'all proud of me? I'm being able to comment on all y'all's channels. I've been really trying to catch up on y'all's channels as much as I can. At least the ones that I can find, because you know I don't get notifications. Yvonne said, hello, ladies. Hello, baby doll. Welcome in. Helena says, hello, beautiful people. Hello to you as well. Belle said, hey, still classy in chat. Thank you, baby. Welcome in. Hello. Lillian, thank you for the hearts. Estella said, good evening, everyone. Happy New Year. Happy New Year right back. Robbie said, sorry, 5:45 or 5:47 when all people of a bear came on my TV. It had a long red, white, and blue tie. That's what made me think of you. Maybe you'll buy it, Miss Classy. It's only $69.99. What in the world? What now? When all people, a bear came on my TV. It had a long red, white, and blue tie. Oh, well, baby, you know that $69.99 bear is going to stay right where it's at. I can promise you that. I will not be buying a $69.99 bear. Sedona said, happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year, baby. Thank you for the hearts. Hey, Queen, there she is. Hey, baby doll, and welcome. One Bon V said, I did very well with Kwanzaa on January 1st. I was apprehensive because I didn't think there would be that many attending. They had about 200 attendees and 8 vendors. 2 no-shows due to weather. And we all, and then you must have hit entered. I do that all the time. Did very well. Oh, and you did very well. Good job. That's awesome. Robbie said the bear is fashioned after Donald Trump. Okay. Okay. We go. Let me see. Gold tennis shoes and Bibles, now a bear. Oh, wow. Wow. That's all I can say is wow. Lillian said, happy New Year's, everyone. Happy New Year's, Lillian. Belinda said, hello, still classing, everyone. Hello, baby, and welcome in. TD says, happy New Year's, Miss Classy in chat. I see some laughing emojis, I guess. Yeah, sometimes all you can say is, you know, sometimes you just have to say, Clarks and Crafts says, hey, still classy in chat. Hello, baby, and welcome. KB23 said, still classy. Hey, everyone. Hello, baby. Sandra said, good evening, still classy, everyone. Happy New Year. Life of Shy, we're up. I just lost you. Uh-oh. Just lost you. Oh, well. Oh, my goodness gracious. How do I lose y'all? Harriet says, hello, still classy. Happy New Year to everyone. Hello, Harriet. Sedona said 107 is watching and only 60 likes. Come on, y'all. Take that second to hit that like button for me. Baskets Beyond said, hey, still classy in chat. Charlie says, glad you're home, Miss Margaret, praying for speedy recovery. Asset is not feeling well. Sedona said, 200 likes, please, and thank you. Alicia said, the bears are giving life. Yeah, y'all know those are those big bears, right? Y'all know those are the big ones. Kimberly said, I said since you have a live today, I'd give you a break. I almost picked up the phone a couple of times and then something else came up. Let me see. Philanda said, prayers, Miss Margaret. Kimberly said, yes. Linda, I thought so. Girl, you know my memory. So, So hello, Mama Showers. Yes, Linda Williams is Mom Showers. Welcome in, sweet baby. I'm waiting now, Kimberly. We got to get your sister on board. She got to come in every now and then. Come in and say, hey. I'm going to stay on her till she comes in and says, hey. Even though she don't have to stay through the whole thing, but she got to pop in and say hey too. Sharon said, hey, still classing everyone. Happy New Year. Sabrina said, hello, everyone. Hello, Sabrina. Welcome in. KOK said, hey, Kimberly. I'm trying to read quick, y'all. Alice said, good evening, everyone. KOK said, hey, Mama Showers. Kimberly said, hey, KOK. Unique Expression said, good evening, everyone. I'll have to catch the replay. I'm working and customers are calling. Customers come first. But thank you for popping in, baby. Crafty Leo said, I already had that real big boxes in my cart before I recorded that short. Thank you. Yes, congrats on that, baby. Um, Crafty said, you're welcome, Mama T. Queen said, hey, Mama Showers. Crafty Leo said, I'm jealous of those big bears. I found 6 of them. Actually, I found 7 of them, y'all, but somebody stole one out my cart. I had 7 of them. And I mean, I could barely push the buggy with those 7. But I had found 3 other ones that Kimberly had showed me, and I went down to. I had people stopping me all over the store. Is there any more? Is there any more? And I'm like, they were back in the garden center. They were back in the garden center. Is there any more? I'm not sure. Well, there wasn't, but you know, I wanted them to go to the back of the store. They were following me. So they kept saying, oh, my grandbaby would love that. Something about the grandbabies, right? You know, playing on your heartstring, y'all. And I'm like, y'all, I ain't never had no big bears. I can't just be giving these up now. And so I kept trying to do the na 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 in my ear, so I wasn't hearing their sob stories about their grandbabies, because I get weak when it comes to that. I love children like KOK. So I tried really, really hard to not listen to what they were telling me, and that may be wrong. And if it is, God forgive me. But I wanted those bears, y'all. And so I had 7 of them piled up, and I went around to the front of my buggy to bend down to get the other 3 bears. Not these bears, but some other bears. And when I got back up, my mountain of bears is so high, I did not even notice that somebody took one. I didn't even notice. I put the other 3 bears on the top. And when I got up to the register to pay for them, I only had 6 instead of 7. So then I knew somebody, and that was the only time I couldn't see them, is when I had bent down. So those people that was following me around the store, the minute I squatted down in front of that buggy, they took one and was gone with it. So I guess their grandbaby got one after all. So that's okay. It didn't bother me. I thought it was kind of funny that they were able to steal it from me, something that big. They were able to steal it and be around that corner before I could get them other 3 bears and stood back up. But I could have probably looked around a little bit and saw who was carrying that big old bear, but I just thought I didn't know. I didn't know to look for somebody carrying a bear, because until I got to the register, I didn't know they had stole it. But it's okay. They wanted it bad, so they got it. Triple N gives a Happy New Year, still classy. Happy New Year. Never in a Million said $69.99. Are you out of your mind? Right? I'm sure she said that in joking, because she knows how frugal I am. She knew I wasn't going to buy that. Hey, classy and everyone. Hey, baby doll. Welcome in. Pudding Pie Designs is laughing. Crafty is laughing. Auntie's Gift Basket. Everybody's laughing. Let me see. At least I know when I scroll back down, I'm looking for the laughter. That'll help me find where it took off from. Sheet T said, following as many of you designers that I can find as well. Been enjoying your videos and lives. I will be posting as soon as I'm not chicken. Oh, baby, please don't be chicken. Like you know, you don't have to get in front of the camera. Just post stuff. Post pictures. Do a short. Y'all never see me in front of a camera. So you don't have no reason to be chicken. Just start posting. Queen is laughing. Basket Case. Hey, classy and chat. Hey, baby doll. Welcome in. Thank you for the hearts and Happy New Year. Jeanette said, I was at Walmart earlier and they had a surprise giant bear for $109, so he would be in the store for, yeah, he'll be there for a while. He sure will. Cheryl is laughing. Kiana said, hello, everyone. Happy New Year. Robbie said, I agree, Miss Classy. The Trump bear can stay right where it's at. I do not want it to miss out on the rich people. Right, right. Unique Expression said, sent my thumbs up. Happy New Year. Y'all know I'm frugal. I ain't buying nothing near that price. And some things I wouldn't buy even if I had the money. You know what I mean? So I'm smart with my money. Let me see. Sent a thumbs up. Happy New Year. Have a lovely evening, Classy in chat. Thank you, baby doll. Grateful Gifts by Sandra said, hey, hello, still Classy and everyone, and Happy New Year. T3D, how do we say that? T3Ds? T3Ds. I'm probably not saying it right. Hey, everyone, this girl is praying for a miracle. I opened my store a week ago. Oh, my goodness. People haven't found me yet, and I only opened up the road on the left. A few have come and said, here you are, praying more find. Oh, I'm praying they do too, baby. Advertise, advertise, advertise. Put signs down on the busy corner with arrows and get out and pass out flyers. Girl, you got to advertise. You have got to advertise. Everybody in that town would have known I was opening before I opened. You got to get out there with flyers. Do whatever you have to do, baby. Betty said, I saw that too at Jeanette. Auntie's Gifts and More said, we didn't get those at my stores. I didn't think they had them at mine. I saw them way after everybody else had gotten them. I was able to get them, thank goodness, when we went to 75%. And I had went back actually a couple of days after that. Crafty said, I do the same thing. We didn't get those. Oh, God. Crafty, you know by the time I get down there, I'm not going to know what the same thing is. Y'all got to put it in a complete sentence, because by the time I get to you, I'm not going to remember. I do blank, blank, blank. I do the same thing. Because if you don't tell me what you're talking about, I ain't going to know by the time I get there. Let me see. Don said, hello, everyone. Hello. Hey, Sean, how you doing? Hey, y'all, I'm in the bushes. Don't be in the bushes, Sean. Look, y'all. Everybody on here, how many we got in here? I'm seeing 151. I don't know if that's what's really in here or not, because I haven't refreshed. But for any of y'all that are in here, please do Still Classy a favor. Look right there, and my mods, please put Shant the Queen Faison's link in there. She is less than 50 away from reaching her 5,000. So I'm asking y'all to do me a personal favor. And if you are not already subscribed, and let me tell you something, even if you think you are, please go back and recheck. We know YouTube will unsubscribe us from people that we did not unsubscribe to. So even if you think you're already subscribed to her, please take the time to go back and double check, because YouTube does unsubscribe you from channels that you have been subscribed to. It's happened to me and to many other people. So please, if y'all can take the time to go and subscribe to Shant the Queen Faison, you will love her. She is one of my best buds. I love her, and you will too. She's less than 50 away from 5,000. And y'all, we got to get her there. So I probably will say that a couple of times on my live tonight, because I really want to get her to 5,000. She truly deserves it, y'all. She has a heart of gold, and she will keep you laughing. She's a wonderful designer, and she's just all around good people. So if y'all can take the time to do that, I would truly appreciate it. My mods will put her link in the chat. All you'll have to do is click it. And thanking you in advance for doing that. Sedona said, send them to the back of the store. Monique said, hey, Sean. Lisa said, signing in from my phone, giving another like. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate you. Sandra Leitner, hey, baby, welcome in. Graceful Gifts by Sandra said, hey, Sean. All Things with a K said, give them your card and tell them you make gift baskets. they can get the bear that way. LOL. Right? Exactly. Charlie Shop says, thank you, Aunt Mora Creates, for sharing those cupcake bouquet boxes from Hobby Lobby. Shy shared two gorgeous yes, they are beautiful. They are beautiful. Betty Dendy said, come out the bushes, Queen. Yes, come on out. Kimberly said, I'll have to send the link to her so she can pop in. Yes. Pop in and say, and then she needs to tell me that she's your sister so I know, because you know I'm not going to remember. Deborah said, hey, still classy, everyone. Allie Angels Design said, hey, still classy in chat. Hello, baby. Shant said, I'm at dinner with the family. Enjoy that dinner, baby. We gonna be over here working to get you to 5,000 while you're eating. Lisa said, that's crazy. People are weird. They are. Some are. They could have asked for the bear. Sedona, I might not would have said yeah, though. You know what I mean? I hate to say that. That sounds horrible, y'all. All you people that are just popping in would be like, okay, I'm not following this lady if she's that stingy. But I can't promise that I would have said yeah. So they got it the way they knew they could get it. I would hope that I would have, Sedona. I would hope that I would have. But you know, I'm trying to be honest. I'm not positive I would have. They could have, okay, yeah, you asked that. I would hope that I would have, Sedona, but I can't promise. Robbie said, that is so sad. Someone would steal a bear. Right, Robbie? Oh, my goodness. I did share a lot of stuff, though. Some of the red bears when I found them, and the green bears, I definitely split up the green bears. But them big ones, I'm not sure. Let me see. Playmaker Mama, got you, Sean. Thank you for that, baby. Lisa subbed from her second account. Wonderful. Thank you. Did y'all put her link in there? I probably hadn't got down to it yet. Did one of my mods add Shant's channel? Mackey's Authentic Design said, I subscribed already, but I'm about to subscribe my fiance to help Shant. Thank you, darling. Appreciate that. Hope said, hello, everyone. Hey, Hope. Rosie Barnes said, good evening, everyone. Hope your holidays were great. Mine was. They're going to be better next year, though. Y'all, I'm skipping Christmas next year, I think. I mean, don't get me wrong. It was wonderful. The sales were fabulous. But Christmas is over, y'all. And I just didn't feel like I had Christmas. And I'm scared that my girls feel that way. And they're getting older. And I think I'm going to be a Valentine's, Mother's Day, Easter, and Father's Day kind of girl. I think my Christmas is going to be for my girls. Shant and I was just talking, and, you know, she did the same thing. And y'all, I'm not speaking to you guys that's your business, and y'all do that, and that is your good sale point. I am not saying that. I'm not by any means judging anybody. I'm speaking for me. My grandbabies, y'all know I'm raising my grandbabies, and they're growing up. And I think I missed a lot of what we normally do with the Christmas movies and the making the cookies and the 2 weeks that they're out of school that we're normally doing Christmas things, you know? And I missed that. And I know if I missed it, they missed it. And I had them out with me selling for a very good portion of their time off of school. And it's, you know, it was just my personal decision that if I do it next year, I will do it one day and one day only, just to go out, you know, maybe right before Christmas. And that's not even guaranteed yet. And I mean, I could change my mind, but as of right now at this moment, you know, like Shant said in her live, some things are more important than money. And not having those moments not to be able to look back on, and for them remembering Christmas as sitting out on the side of the road, not so much for me. So I think I might, I mean, who knows, y'all? A year is a long time away, but as of right now, I think I'm gonna just do Mother's Day. But this is not, y'all, my only income. So I'm not speaking to you people that y'all rely on that money. Believe me, if this was me 30 years ago, I'd be out there every day. Okay. Every day I'd be out there till Christmas and probably 3 days after. But praise God, that's not me 30 years ago now. So I don't have to do it. And so because I don't have to do it, I will be spending that quality time, with my girls for that, only just for that little holiday. I'll be full fledged on the other ones though. But like I say, things can change. But as of right now, that's my plan. Let me see. Rosie said, "Good evening. Good evening." Um, Lady True said, "Hello, hello." Sean said, "Y'all so sweet." I'm hiding the phone under the table so I can hear her, y'all. But I keep looking down at comments. We gonna get you there, baby. We gonna get you there. And anybody else that has a channel, if y'all can do the same thing, shouting it out till we get her to 5,000. All right, Lisa's got it there. Gifts by Neeks. It's not personal, it's business. Um, that's right. That's right. Good evening, everyone. Happy New Year's to you all. Sheet Dollar and Up Teresa, it has men heart boxers for those of you doing men and women sexy baskets. That would be y'all. I don't do them sexy baskets. I know y'all be making, we discussed that last year. Y'all be making some good money on those. I pass on those. Let me see. Sedona said, "I wish I could have found a big bear." Bless your heart. Maybe they still will. Classy Jazzy. Hey, still classy. This is Kim. There she is. Classy Jazzy. Oh, I like that name. This is Kimberly's sister, Keisha, just popping on to say hey to Kimberly's bestie. Well, I thank you, darling. I personally requested you to pop in because see, you're growing on me. I've never ever talked to you, but you were growing on me through Kimberly. So thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate you popping in. Everybody say hey to Kimberly's sister, Keisha, Classy Jazzy. I like that. Let me see. Hope says, "Wait, did something happen to Shant's channel?" No, she's less than 50 away from 5,000. We're trying to get her to 5,000. Yep, they've already answered. Angela said, "Totally understand. You'll never." No, I won't get it back, baby. I sure won't. KB said, "I said the same thing about Christmas. I miss my time with my family too." I know. And like I said, I know it's not for everybody. I get it that y'all are out there. I get it. But let me see. I understand what you mean about missing the Christmas activities. I tried to mix in some things here and there. Yeah, but it's just not the same, is it, Shy? Angela said, "I stopped selling at 12/23 because family on the 24th and 25th. I hear you. I think I might stick to orders only. Yes, nothing like family. Right, Lisa. So I'm not the only one that's feeling that way. I think a lot of us probably did. I mean, life, it goes by so quick, y'all. Life passes us by so fast, and our kids are gone before you know it. I know how quick my own children left, and my grands are going even quicker because as you get older, time goes even faster. I promise y'all. So Gifts by Neek said, "We went on a cruise for a week for Christmas." Oh my God, that sounds fabulous. Shy said, "This was my first year Christmas selling, and my girls are 18. Well, see, that's a little different. They're already up and grown. See, mine are still got a few more years here with me, Divine Creation says, "Watching in the bushes." All right, baby doll. Well, thank you, baby. Appreciate you popping in. Playmaker Mama said, "I agree, still classy. I have a little one and we didn't do much. I worked my poor son to death." Right? I know. And it was freezing under 20 degrees. Now he's homesick. Aw, praying he gets better very, very quickly, baby. Crafty said, "I agree. I told my husband we're not doing Christmas like that." Wow, I didn't expect so many people to agree with me on that. I really didn't. That's good to know. Not good to know as I'm judging by any means, but good to know that several of us are kind of still on that same page. We are not doing Christmas like that. I'll do some events, but no street sales. My babies are about to turn 3 and 6, so I understand exactly. And mine are even older than that, so I have even less time with them being here before they run off to college. You know what I mean? Hope said, you don't have to explain, sis. I'm feeling the same. So I'm going to make gifts early. Yep, that's what I said I was going to do, Hope. I said I was going to, during our day, when we don't a lot, but do a lot of organizing our house together and that kind of stuff, I'll be making more gifts during that time so that, I'll do social media and, we'll sell that way. But during Christmas, but because I have no problem meeting someone and all that kind of stuff, or pickups and that kind of stuff, and pop right back home, to be with them and stuff, and not make them be out there on their downtime. They work hard in school, hard, long hours in school, and when you get out, for 2 weeks, it's not fun sitting out on the side of the road, from sun up to sundown. That's not what they bargained for, for their downtime. So let me see. I told my husband, okay, I read that one. KOK said, yes, Crafty, take care of my grandbabies. They're definitely more important. Yes, yes. KOK said, Sedona, don't feel bad. I didn't get the red bears nor the big bears. You didn't get any of them? You have a lot of bears, KOK? I was really surprised. I told y'all on my last Saturday, I only had 2 of the red bears. But I went back and I found 5 more at a different store and 6 green bears, and I left a ton of the green bears. I just grabbed 6 of them. And then 6 of these, that seemed to have been my number. And then 3 of, let me see. Oh, well, I got these out, y'all. Some of y'all was asking what were the gummies. What did the gummies look like? Who were the gummies? This was the gummies, y'all. That was from Walmart last year. And they came in a bunch of different colors. But that was the gummy I was talking about last year on that a bunch of us bought online and in the store for really, really cheap. So that was the little gummy bears. And you can see the difference in the size of those big bears, because when Kimberly sent me pictures of the big ones, I couldn't tell how big they were. In a picture, it's just a picture. But most of y'all either got or saw the green bears. Look at the green bear, y'all. Look at the green bear next to that bear. Now you know the size of them. Those bad boys are huge. Okay, because these green bears aren't small. You know what I mean? These little green and red bears are a good size bear. But that gives you an idea of how big these big bears really are. Let me see. KB said, hey, Keisha. Crafty said, yes, ma'am, Mama T, I am, and they definitely are. Robbie said, I totally agree. Money is not everything, but could you sell online? Oh, yeah, Miss Classy, so that the money will still continue. It's just you're not tied to selling the product. Or could you go consignment shop? See, y'all got to remember, this business for me was for my girls. This business started for me just trying to teach my grands how to take their money, buy things, flip it, make money. And this is their business. This was me starting this for them. That's all this was when I started it. And then I got on YouTube and met all of you guys. And then it went from me and the girls, this being just a family thing, and a teaching type of event for me and the girls, and for their time and for them to make money, to being with y'all and Shant and Driven encouraging me to start my own channel, and then me trying to help you guys and some of the new people coming on how to make easy concepts. And then I just got so into you guys that y'all become part of the family, and it kind of took off and started doing a lot more time and stuff on YouTube and doing more baskets and that type of thing. So, it's time to reel it back into what it kind of really was, you know what I mean? a business for the girls and a way for them to make money and that kind of thing. I still love you guys, and I'm still going to be here doing and showing and all of that. But, you know, like I said, there's just some things that you just got to back off a little bit and focus more on family. That's all. Let me see. Okay, thanks. I'm on it for Sean. Oh, okay, that's what I said, Hope. Any of y'all that's got your channels, you know, if y'all can also help. Playmaker said, hey, Classy Jazzy. Benita said, hello, Kimberly sister. Maria said, I'm already subscribed from my son's channel to Shant the Queen. Crafty Leo says, hey, Keisha. KOK said, hey, Keisha, we love your sister and mom. Welcome. We sure do. She's got a fabulous family. Angela said, you can use all that time to really do Valentine. Yes, Angela, because I sold my Valentine gifts at Christmas. And now I'm starting over. So that way I can just really be focusing. And like I've already said, no more Christmas themed gifts anyway for me. So that way, if I make them and I end up selling some, great. If not, they were made for all occasion anyway. Let me see. Dorian says, good evening, still classy. Good evening, baby. All things with a K. Don't talk about the babies leaving. I know. Oh my God. Kay, I was hugging all over my oldest, not my oldest grandbaby, but my oldest one here. And I was like, oh my God, Danielle, I'm just crying how quick you're growing. My family is already subscribed to Shant, but I'm going to hit Facebook. Tina said, hey, still classy in chat, FYI. Bath and Body Works has their holiday gift sets included in the 75%. Okay, y'all hear that? The gift sets are included at Bath and Body Works for their 75% off. Guys, and just one more quick reminder, if you've just popped in and you haven't subscribed, I hope you take a second and hit that subscribe button. Come on every Saturday at 7 Eastern. We have normally a whole lot of fun over here, talking about gift baskets, family, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And also, if you haven't hit the like button, y'all, please take a second and do that as well. Benita said, I took orders only for Christmas. I had 18 orders and didn't have time to do any extras. Well, there you go. And it worked out. Robbie said, Miss Classy Jazzy, that's a fun name. Right? She has a great name. Amazingly blessed. Thank you for the heart and welcome in. Hey, Jana, welcome in, sweetheart. Welcome, welcome. Denise King said, hello, still classing everyone. Hello, baby. KOK said, hey, Jana. Crystal said, okay, had to leave for a sec, but I'm back. What did I miss? Nothing. Nothing. Just talking about skipping Christmas because of the kids, not being able to spend enough time with them. Hey, Maria Gonzalez, thank you for them hearts, baby doll. Welcome, welcome in. I'm going to remember, Maria. I got my notes over here. Baskets and Beyond. I did not get any bears from Walmart. Aw. KOK said I only found 3 green bears. Everybody was getting them green ones, weren't they? They had a whole lot of them. Did y'all see that for Valentine's Day? They look, somebody said the foot material is a little bit different, but the red bears look identical to the red ones that we just got for Christmas that they have out for Valentine's Day. Identical to the red ones. Same big red bow and everything. Why do I like the green bow on the green bear, though? I don't know why I do. I like the green bear. I like the bow on the green bear. Y'all know I'm different. Classy Jazzy said, hey, everyone. Kimberly talks about you all so much. I feel like I know everyone. I know you feel like you know me because every time you're around Kimberly, I'm on the phone. So I know you know me. Tanette said, hey, Classy and ladies. Hey, baby. Hope said, family time is priceless. Money is not everything. I changed my work hours to Monday through Friday. Whatever don't get done won't get done. I know. Donuts Craft Shop said, I usually hold Christmas dinner at my home, but this year I did the pop-up shop in my home and hosted Christmas dinner at my cousin's home. Okay. Lisa said, wasn't able to purchase the gummy bears. My last order was canceled. Found 1 green bear and 2 red ones. Okay, you got some of them. Amazingly blessed designs. Thank you for the hearts. Sherika said, oh, wow, those bears, they are big. They are huge. Where did you get the big bears? From Walmart for $6. Normally 25, I think. S. Marie said, hey, Classy Jazzy, welcome in, sis. Loretta said, oh, I didn't see those gummy bears in nowhere. Yeah, they weren't out this year, were they, y'all? I sure didn't see them. These were last year. Did they have them this year, y'all? I never saw any this year. Oh, but we got them for Valentine's Day, so they may bring them back out for Valentine's Day, but they obviously, duh, they weren't out for Christmas because they were Valentine's last year. They may have them again this year. Princess J said, good evening, Still Class and everyone. I'm late, but I'm here. Happy 26 to each and every one. You too, baby. Happy New Year. Never a Million said those bears were from Walmart, Denise. Thanks, Never a Million. Naomi. I'm almost to call you Naomi because Shant does. Tanette said, I ordered my red bears online for the same price. That was in the... See, they were not the same price for me in the store. They were at 50%, but they never changed to 75%. They were only selling them for the 50% off, Tanette, on my online. So I got them when they were $2.97, and they never went to $2.97 online for me. That's why I never ordered any of them online. Azola said, did anyone get those big Hello Kitten plush 75%? No, I never saw them. They were $5.86. I got 15. I never saw them. Wow, that was wonderful. Let me see. She said, Amazon, Temu, Honey, Corner Store. She said, Dollar Tree. Oh, she's answering something for T3Ds. Jeanette says, Highway T, I'm going to do some naughty baskets. Oh, okay. Cheryl said, I got 8 red bears and 3 green ones. I have large bears from CVS last year. KOK said, wow, great deal. Yeah, that is an awesome deal. Hey, Shamika, how are you, baby? Happy New Year. Chantel said, great to teach the younger generation. Absolutely. Oh, God. Y'all are gone again. Loretta just subscribed to Shant. Thank you, baby. Unique said, I have to work on my time management. I'm getting better, but I have lots to do this year. It's going to be my first Valentine Street. You're going to love it. I'm LLC and all grab and goes. You're going to love Valentine's. Jana said, thank you. Hope said, wait, I'm slow. Does Kimberly's sister have a page? I don't think so. I mean, she may, not that I know of. We're pulling her into the community. We're forcing her in here. She's getting to know so many of us just from dealing with Kimberly. We're hauling her in here. Well, replay. My cousin is about to open her baby showers. All right, Alicia. Tell them congratulations from us. Angela said, Happy New Year's and blessings, everyone. Happy New Year, baby. Kimberly is laughing. You like the bow on the green one for some reason. I don't know. I picked up the mauve colored bear with the bow. I have the perfect Tahari gift set to go with it. Awesome. Maria said, yay, Still Classy, and I love the green bow on the green bear too. Nana's baskets and bundles. Hello, baby. S. Marie said, yes, the V-Day red bears are similar. The Christmas bears, I love the shades of the pink. Yeah, I saw those on somebody's short. Lisa said they're out for V-Day right now. Oh, are they? Okay, the gummy bears. Okay. Chantel said, I got the red bears online. Glad I did because my sister rushed to the hospital. I wouldn't have made it. Ooh, I hope your sister's okay. Sony said they have the gummy bears out now. Okay, 2 sizes. All right, so I'm sure they'll probably have some left over, guys, this year. Hope she's in the chat under Classy Jazzy. She doesn't have content posted yet. We working on her. Kimberly, we working on her, right? Sedona said Dollar General also has the gummy bears. I opened my bears I got last year. They're so pretty. Then I see them on the foot. Let me see. Never in a million. Last week, Classy was ready to rip those bows off. I know. Y'all can change. Y'all can pull me over sometimes. Y'all can pull me over sometimes on some things. I'm not real. I don't have blinders on. I can broaden my horizon a little bit. They have them here, gummies in North Carolina for Valentine's. I just snagged an all black leather felt one. Ooh, I ain't snagging nothing until they go on clearance. Oh, that sounds pretty though. Hey, Carol, sorry late, forgot it was Saturday. Um, yeah, Mari scared me yesterday, telling me yesterday was Saturday. I about lost it thinking I had to do a live yesterday. Shant is at 49497, so she needs 30 more. All right, y'all, come on, 30 more. We can get Shant, the queen, facing the 5,000, y'all. All is well, thank you. Jonna said, hello, everyone. Happy New Year. Betty said, hello, Still Classy. I'm a new subscriber and a designer. I love watching you. Wish me luck. Baby, blessings upon blessings upon blessings. We pray nothing but prosperity in your business. It ain't luck, darling. It is skill and blessings from the high almighty, okay? You will do fabulous. And welcome, welcome, welcome. Robbie said that is so wonderful for Hello Kitty. Isola said, I got Hello Kitty at Walmart. Crafty Granny said, you're the best, Classy. Aw, thank you, baby doll. Crystal said, just cover the foot with felt or with stickers, which I'll show you in a minute. I did. That's a good idea. Let me see, Creative Living. Hey, Still Classy and everyone. Hey, baby, welcome in. Chantel said, amen. Life of Shy said, LOL, I was thinking yesterday was Saturday too. I kept checking for you to go live. Blessed and Holly Favor said, hello, hello. Okay, woo! Y'all be getting me tired. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year, Holly Favored. Okay, y'all got to let me have a swig. Let me see here. Where are we at? I'm showing 217 in the building. Welcome to all of y'all. I have 150 likes, y'all. Come on. Come on. Let's get the numbers matching. If we got 217 in here, we should be able to get me to 200 likes. Get me to 200 likes and Shant to 5,000 subscribers. S. Marie said 215 is watching and 156 likes. Please like if you haven't. Yes, thank y'all. It's so appreciated. Baskets with Style said, Happy New Year, Still Classy. Hey, 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 welcome in. Love the Bears. Yes, I do too. Those are going to be some big bahonkas to try to wrap up, though. Let me see. Life of Shy just subbed to Miss Betty. Loretta said, Life of Shy. It went too quick. 216 watching and 156 likes. All right, y'all. While I come on and start moving, y'all keep hitting that like button. Charlie said, Miss Classy, are you going to sell the leopard print gift set? Still considering that one, y'all. I am still considering that one. But guys, y'all, these were some of the just some of the suggestions of things you could put, with your big bears that you've got, the really big ones. Of course, you can put robes and everything else. I just put just a couple of little things in front of them just to show. Look at these. Look, y'all, look how these how tiny these. This is our regular medium-sized bear that we use. This is our small one, and this is our really small one that I put in my tumblers and stuff. Look at the size of them, y'all, up on these bears. Look at those. These bears, I just cannot emphasize for those of you who have not seen them how big they are. Okay, they are huge, huge, huge. But anyway, all right, so much for those bears, because either we got them or we didn't for now, but there'll be more after, tons more after Valentine's Day that will be available. So for those of you who didn't get them after Christmas, they will definitely have them after Valentine's Day. So no worries there. Now, to my candies, I didn't get any of the stuff that y'all got, y'all. This was all the candy that was in my store. Now, I did get 5 of those and 5 of those. And that was it. That was the only thing that was left in my poor little old store. And Kimberly told me when I showed them to her, she said, are you sure you're not worried about them having the snowflakes on them and stuff? No, I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. I'm going to put them right on into a a Valentine concept. And I promise you, those men that are coming up here buying for them women are not going to notice no snowflakes. Okay. They're looking to see what's in that basket. They are not looking to see what's on top of that candy box. I can assure you. Okay. But just so that you know, if you've got the blue, and the browns and stuff like that, we do want to try to pull out some of the colors. And I trust me, you can mix red with these too. But I wanted to tell y'all, for those of you who have this hot cocoa, that's going to go really, really nice with the brown bow part. If you got any of the truffles, it can go really, really good with your, pull the gold out of that box. Pull the gold out, okay? And use some of your gold stuff along with that blue. You can work that in really, really good with these colors. Look, pull out some Bath and Body Works with it. I don't know why this rose is not wanting to sit here. I don't know why. I must have my little thing in the wrong back. But anyway, put that with them truffles. Look at that. Bringing that gold out in that blue. Stick that, get you one of your little blue Valentine hearts. Now, are you seeing Christmas or are you seeing Valentine's? Okay. So you can definitely, these guys are going to be looking at what is pretty. They are not noticing that snowflake. I wouldn't notice it either. Okay. So just like that. And you can put a nice, pretty white robe right there behind that blue and white. And, that robe would go so pretty behind that. I'm not going to do that because I'm going to knock my board over. But, and I did go ahead and put another one together with some of the, Dollar Tree stuff with that, in case any of y'all did get that blue box of candy. Let me see. Let me move this out the way. Oh. I just stuck it and put it right in here and mixed it with some red too. And as you see, it works. Okay. Nobody is noticing them snowflakes. Okay. Nobody is going to notice them snowflakes. Where is my little almost deflated red balloon? But you take that candy and you just incorporate the colors that are in that candy. And you got to remember, we're going to still be using balloons and everything else in there. So when you look at that, do you notice snowflakes? Nope. You're not going to notice snowflakes. So don't be, too thrown off when you see something that does look Christmassy when it comes to the candies and stuff like that. Because I promise you, y'all, we can work that out. That ain't nothing but a thing. Nothing but a thing. Get your stuff in there and it will work just fine. I promise you. So that's just giving you a little idea on what to do when you got candy that has Christmas flakes on it and stuff like that. I promise you, they're not going to notice that. Let me see. I'm not going to go back and read all of the comments. I'm just going to kind of glance and Sedona check CBS. Snowflakes are winter. Yeah. Well, it's not normally winter here, but like I said, the men are not looking at them snowflakes. They're looking at the perfume and the roses and the stuff like that. That they're, I was mad the pot of golds had snowflakes. Wouldn't have bothered me at all. Never in a million. It wouldn't have bothered me at all. I wanted some of them red pot of gold so bad with the snowflakes. I wanted them bad. There was 4 there at 50%. There was only 4 in my store, and I left them. And I kind of hid them behind some of the other candy, but when I went back, all that candy was gone. Let me see. Oh, Pretty Lisa said snowflakes is winter. Yes, for the Bath and Body Works. The blue is pretty with the gold. Yes. Carol said, I see. Amazing. Life is Shy said, I can't pronounce that. Ghirardelli. I can't pronounce that. Ghirardelli. And the Fiera Rocher. I can't pronounce all them things. Y'all know, we know which ones they are. I get so tongue-tied on those chocolates. Let me see. Bears were 75% off now. It's still classy with Bath and Body Works. Wow. Right? Didn't that look so pretty with that? And that's why I said putting that with that. And if you're going to use that Bath and Body Works, throw that white robe in there. Man, you just ran that price of that up. Okay. Let me see. Steel class. Okay, I read that one. All occasion gifts that I got 10. I left 2 behind. All right. Okay. So there's like I said, that's the idea with that. Don't be fooled too much with the snowflakes. First of all, you got to remember Valentine's Day, most of our buyers for any kind of baskets like that are going to be men. And you know men do not care if there's some snowflakes on that they're not even going to see it, to not even worry about noticing it. They're not going to see it at all. But anyway, but like I said, with them the milk truffles, the gold, the browns, any of those colors are going to go really, 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 really well. And bring your pops of red in it if you want. You don't have to, but you can if you want. Because if y'all remember last year, I didn't have not one bit of red, not one bit of pink for Valentine's Day. None. All of my Valentine gifts were alternate colors. I might have put some red bows on or threw red roses in it, but I had no inventory with, I mean, barely any, barely. So you can use what you've got. We don't, and I know we say that over and over and over again, but we can use what we've got. And they're gonna buy it. I did not have much red and pink at all. And it was an amazing holiday. Okay. But this is just a couple of the things that I did with some of mine. This is what I did with my gummy bear. And this is what I did with my purple and white bear that I got. That was one of the Christmas bears as well. I just stuck my green one also on a little charger plate and put some little pink, soft pink roses on him to bring him out. So these are some more suggestions on, some different size bears. I love, love, love my purple and white one. Some of y'all were saying, that you could sew something on. If you see right there on my purple and white bear, that one had the year. I hot glued a couple of my glitter stickers on there. It was a sticker, but I still went ahead and put a little bit of hot glue on there to make sure it doesn't just come off or pop off. So you can cover up those years, depending on the holiday with whatever kind of sticker that you may have. But that was just a couple of little ideas, like I said, of using more what I call now, what I would have called a large bear. I'm now calling it a medium bear because this used to be my medium bear and this was my small bear. My small, my medium, and my large would have been these. So, and I guess they should still be. I'll still call these my large bears, and those over here are my extra, extra large bears. Because now that I've seen them, these look small, but these were always my large bears. This is what I called large. Okay. But anyway, I just wanted to make sure you remembered that the charger plates, work really, really well with these kind of, concepts, with the bears and that kind of stuff. So don't rule them out. Also, just know that the same way that you use, backers and all of that kind of stuff for anything else, you can do the same thing for these charger plates. Look right here. I put a little bit of hot glue, and you could wrap this, but let me tell you why I didn't. Sometime when you put hot glue and then you when you wrap something, and then you try to hot glue something else, the paper comes up, and it doesn't hold the weight. I hot glued a little piece of cardboard, just enough for her bottom. Okay. And then I glued, just like we always do, I glued another piece of cardboard right there to it. You could put it however pretty you wanted it on your back. I just did this to show y'all. Okay. And then I put some of my string. You can't see it, but I have some of my fishing string here holding her up on this tray. Now, it's not to hold it like really, really stable, but it's enough for you to get your concept done and get it in the bag. Okay. And then it's going to go in the bag easy for you. Because see, this bear would have been falling all over the place by now if I hadn't have anchored her down like that with a backer, which is fine. You can still do it and get it in a bag, but you can do it this way, and it makes it a lot more easier when you're trying to get her into a bag. You can also put one of the Valentine, boards that we have that we use for backers. The Valentine ones that we get, the boards. I meant to bring one in here. Did I bring one in? Yeah. You can put something like this on the back and turn it the other way so that when they flip it around, they're seeing that board. And then just glue it to a little piece of cardboard and tape it, and then run your fishing line around your plushie. And now it's holding it up for you. Okay. And that makes it really, really easy to get it in and out of your bag. A lot easier. The bear doesn't keep falling backwards. So that's just a little tip. You don't have to do it. I'm just saying I have found it makes it easier for me when I'm trying to bag something to have it, secured a little bit more. Yeah, made her a seat, Nove. That was it. Just like we do, for any other concept if we're trying to get one of them to sit up. Except, I did it to my charger plate to make it a little bit more stable. Let me see. Yeah, the jumbo bears, exactly. Keep your every out for Family Dollar if you need chocolate. Oh, keep your eye out for Family. Oh, okay. Blessed Hands by Lily. Oh, but speaking of chocolate, how many of y'all did the 10 off 25 that Family Dollar had? I managed to get I did get some of my chocolate from there on that. I got like 4 of the larger ones and 3 or 4 of the smaller ones to get my 10 off 25. So I was able to get a discount on, a little bit more chocolate there. But what I really got, thanks to Kimberly Showers, y'all remember the lotion that Gift by Chosen had shown us? Now I didn't get all of them. I got 8 of these, but they didn't have the gold and the other vanilla and all of that. These were the 3 that they had when I was in there, and I got 8 of these. I got 3 of the champagne rose, which is the ones I wanted. I got 3 of the Brazilian dreams and 2 of the Japanese cherry blossoms. So if you bought 8 of the lotions and added a $1 item, it would have put you at your 25. So I got Amari 2 packs of the little 50-cent Funyuns for my $1 item. And then the $10 came off. So when you divide that by your 9 items, you paid it like $1.70 something for these. And I said I wasn't going to pay 3, and I didn't. But I ended up getting them for $1.70 something by Family Dollar running that 10 off 25 deal. And I found a store that had 8 of them and got those. So shout out and thanks to Kimberly Showers for letting me know about that. So I did use my 10 off 25 to get those lotions that I didn't want to invest $3 in. So let me see, made her a seat. Jeanette is laughing with Sedona is laughing at Jeanette. I must have missed something. My Family Dollar don't have much candy left. She better learn. Jeanette don't be leaving anything behind. Nobody is laughing. Jeanette, that friend must not know how big time you are. She play too much. I must have missed what y'all were talking about in there. But anyway, y'all, so that was, like I said, just some suggestions on don't forget your charger plates, okay, when making your gifts. Let me see what else. Okay, that was another one y'all have already seen over there, putting them in just a regular, Easter basket, which I love using my Easter baskets. Y'all had saw him before. So you can do something like that. Put your perfumes, a lotion, put your rose in there and one of your plushies. And there's you another suggestion on doing that. Remember also that we do every year, well, I do, the Hobby Lobby 6x6 containers. Put the small teddy bears in those, and you can put them in there with a perfume or and a rose and whatever. And I love to um, put, oh, my poor little rose over, I mean, my flower over here is probably smashed. But this isn't, I'm just trying to cram it in here. You can put some shred down in the bottom of it too. I know a lot of y'all recently have gotten some of the Walmart watches at a really good price. It's a good time to put them in this, remember? And do your watch in there with a little plushie or teddy bear or whatever. My title was teddy bears, but it's plushies in general, and then put your bow on there with the watch set, or take that out and put one of the little roses 2-piece sets in there. These are really, really, really good containers to use at Valentine's Day, where you can put your perfumes or your watches or, whatever you've got that you want to put in there. So y'all don't forget about these little containers at Valentine's Day. They make really, really, really cute gifts for Valentine's Day. And you can put them any kind of way you want to in there. Let me see. Let me see. I'm trying to think of what else I wanted to show. Oh, yeah. And of course, don't forget your cups. Now, y'all, ain't none of this ready. I'm just sticking stuff in here to show y'all different ways to remember to use your plushies. Okay. So, everybody knows what to do with a cup. Of course, you're going to wrap your backer. I'm just showing you what to do with it. Put you a backer in there. I'm wadding up this one rose. I don't have one of my other roses here with me. So I wadded up one of my other ones. Just put a rose in there with one of your plushies. And if you got a perfume you want to put in there or whatever, put one of your roses sprays in there. And of course, tape it to your backer. And you've got another concept with your other little small one, using this was the one, remember, this mug is the one that I bought from Dollar Tree that said, all you need is love and coffee. And so I had saved them for Valentine's Day. So that's just another little idea. Put your little plushie in a cup. And you can leave it just like that. Or you can, like I said, put perfume or whatever else you want in it. Y'all aren't even seeing. I got my height all messed up here. But anyway, y'all all know how to do that. I'm just saying. That's just another suggestion. You can put your perfume and your plushie and your rose in a mug. So that's another Valentine concept that we can do. Also, let me see. What do I have over here that I wanted to remind you? Okay. You do know we use rose bears on Valentine's Day. Don't forget the window bags. Super, super easy way to do a concept. Put your rose bear in one of your window bags. This is one of the larger window bags, so you can put more items in that one. Okay. Then remember I told you I did a live on what size bags you need for what. And the medium bags were for the single rose bears. They fit perfectly right inside the medium bag. And that's when you don't want to put another item in it. You just want to do a rose bear. So you can do the larger ones if you want something in it. Now, don't get me wrong. You can still do, of course, balloon in here in the medium size one. You can put one of your chocolate roses in here if you want it or whatever. So you can still put stuff in there. It's just not, like that one over there. And this flower, this thing is too big. But this is just to give you an idea. Remember, I like putting little something like that up on the thing. Like this one says Happy Valentine's Day. Just to help do the bag a little different. Put you a bow up here. And then you're good to go. Just using a window bag. And you can use a regular teddy bear. You can use a rose bear or whatever. But that's just another little dress up way to use a window bag for Valentine's Day. And these are perfect for when you run out of Valentine gifts and you've got some rose bears on hand. keep some rose bears and some window bags, throw them in a bag, and I tell you, you will end up selling them. And they're the easiest thing you can do. Now, of course, behind that, you would put a backer, or you could just put red tissue. You're not going to want the back of that white bag to show. Or better yet, if you put a little piece of a thick piece of cardboard, your bear is going to raise up anyway. I've showed y'all that 1,000 times to raise it up to the top of this so that when it's in there, you're not seeing the back of the window anyway. See how that, just when you took that up, it covered the whole back of the wall. So you just want to bring your thing up to here so that whatever you've got sitting in here starts here. And then you don't have to worry too much about wasting paper and all that to cover your back, because the bear is going to cover it anyway if you put your little riser in there. So let me see. So now we went over the Hobby Lobby 6, the clear cubes, the charger plates, the Easter baskets, and of course, you know, you can drop things right on down into a regular cello bag too. A lot of people have done that. Let me see. Do I have something else? Okay, y'all know I show this every year too. Let me get it here. Just with the wine bags. You know, you can put a little tiny little one right there inside your little tumbler. And remember, now I don't have one of these made up, but y'all remember I showed y'all how I had made up some candy balloons where I take your stick with your balloon on it and you glue your small candy here. Remember that? I showed y'all that last year. Put you some tulle around here to cover that, and it adds it a little bit more fancier look to it. And then you have a candy balloon, right? Remember that? Don't forget the tulle. I don't have any made up yet. And then you just can stick that right inside your any bag, the window bags, that bag or whatever. Now you have a balloon with candy and your little stuffed animal and whatever else you put in your bag. But these little things really, really, really are cute to stick in any kind of bag. So just remember those. That's all you do. Hot glue it to it. Put a little bit of tulle there between the thing to cover the wrap. And you've got you another cute little concept. So wine bags can take the tiny bears. They can take a little bit larger bear if you're bringing it down lower. But that's just another little concept to remember at Valentine's Day. Wine bags, window bags. Those are always super easy. Let me see. If you've got little flat things, what did I do with my stuff? I think I already put that up. I ain't even got anything to put in here. Here's something I can use. If you've got little flat, any kind of little flat containers, you can still put bears in them like that. Certain type bears anyway. Let me see. If you've got something that's red, put it in there. If not, like I said, it doesn't have to be. You can put that right in there with that. Where's my rose? Put your rose in there with your flat concept. Put you a rose, excuse me, some kind of Valentine ribbon or red ribbon around his neck. And of course, you know you're going to have your stuff underneath this, your shred or whatever. Put that on there. You can even do the little ornament thing hanging down on him. And then you've got your little flat concept, but you're still using the teddy bear. You're still using your spa stuff. And you just added some red color. So any container that you have, you can turn it into a Valentine gift. Anything. An open box, a thin box, you can still do it the same way with something like that. So these little ornaments are perfect. Anything like that, y'all, can help dress up something and make it look, you know, Valentine-ish. Okay. So it's really limitless to anything that you can make a gift in for Valentine's Day. It's so easy. That's why I was talking, I think, I can't remember if it was Kimberly, probably, when it comes to Valentine's Day and Mother's Day. because, for Mother's Day, for Valentine's Day, anything pretty. It don't matter. Just make something pretty and they're going to buy it. They're going to buy it. For Mother's Day, you can do gardens, you can do pet lovers, you can do robes, you can do spa, you can do, for Mother's Day, throw a pillow in there and put something in front of it. A Mother's Day, anything, kitchen sets, you name it, it's appropriate for Mother's Day. So, they're so easy to design for Valentine's Day and Mother's Day. A Mother's Day is do anything because you never know what that mother likes. Gardening, cooking, cleaning. I've seen people do cleaning baskets, where they've got all kind of cleaning stuff in a basket and they give it to their mom for Mother's Day because that's what they want. They want something that they can use that's practical, not perfume that's going to sit up on a thing. There's some mothers, now me, don't come bringing me no cleaning stuff for, but some mothers, they look at that as practical. And, they would rather have some kind of basket like that to help them do stuff around the house that they ain't got to go out and pay for, So Mother's Day you can't go wrong with Mother's Day. You can do any kind of basket for Mother's Day. But, and Valentine's Day is just anything pretty, literally anything pretty. And it's going to go. So that is just a few of the suggestions that I wanted to try to throw in really quick on a live and cover as much stuff as I can on ways to use teddy bears, different sizes, different things. Again, I'm looking around to see, I know I had some more stuff, but y'all, I've got in this room. So we've talked about mugs, the clear containers, the clear cubes, the wine bags, Easter baskets, charger plates, cello bag that could go right into a bottom, put something flat on his base and slide him right into a bag. But I've got, y'all, I remember the estate sale. Those of you who do know, I got tons of baskets from an estate sale, and I have several baskets that are, y'all, I just looked and see we've hit 200. Thank y'all. I appreciate that, y'all. Y'all got me to 200 likes. I really, really appreciate that. But I have baskets, y'all. I don't even know if it can go on here. That's big enough for these daggone bears, y'all. Look at the size of that basket. Now, yeah, like I said, you can't tell how big it is in person until you're in person. But that basket and that bear, and I know I'm making y'all drunk, is humongous. Look at that. Huge. I can't even turn him around without knocking over the stuff that's behind him probably. But that basket is huge. And I have 3 of them. I also have something like this that it can fit in. It can sit right in that on the other side. And I put the products in the front, whatever I'm wanting to use. So anything like this at all can be used if you have something big enough or large enough for whatever your concepts are. Everybody is not, I promise you, going to have baskets big enough for these things. And of course, most of y'all wrap boxes, and absolutely boxes work, and they're wonderful. You can use whatever color wrapping paper you want, on the box for your bear. So boxes are always, a really, really good choice. But I was just blessed enough to have some daggone big enough baskets to fit these big old things in. So that turned out to be, oh my God, Jesus, pretty good for me, because I want these big old baskets gone, and that will work for that. So let me see. I know I've missed. See, I done knocked my darn loofah and all loose with that. I got to go back and fix my tray now. I done knocked my stuff loose with that big old. I knew I would. That thing is so big. But anyway, I'll fix it back. So anyway, y'all, But I wanted to try to cover as many things for, I know a lot of us are veterans on here that know what to use. There are a lot of people that are tuning in or going to see the title and they're going to come back and watch the video to find out different ways to make, using teddy bears. So I wanted to try to cover as many ideas for you know, the new designers that are looking for ideas and suggestions to use their teddy bears in. So that's what I wanted to try to cover tonight. Of course, we'll be doing a lot more between now and Valentine's Day. Load up that with Bath and Body Works and get a huge profit. I bet. Thanks everyone for the 200. That's right, Sadonna. I know you're happy. You're always trying to get the 200. That's a cute basket. Yes, I got 8 of them huge bears I found hidden in the store. Yep, mine was way back in the garden center, and that register doesn't even work. So nobody goes back there. They didn't have any of the Christmas clearance back there. They don't even open the back door back there. But that one day I came through and it was open, and I happened to look to the left, and I thought they were Valentine bears that they, were just bringing in and had not moved them out front yet. And I was going to keep going, and I said, let me just look. And as I started walking closer and I saw that holiday tag on there for Christmas, you know how you almost holler when you find something? But then somebody else saw me start loading them up and they started walking over there. You already saw how fast I was throwing them big old bears in my buggy. It's funny how fast we can move when we have to. Check with your local thrift stores for some large wicker baskets. Yep. Blessed Creation says, thank you for always thinking about us new designers. Absolutely, baby. Absolutely. No, babe, Bonnie said, yes, right. That's where I found them, in the garden area. Yep, they were back there all by their lonesome. But so y'all definitely check your garden center, even when the Christmas stuff isn't out, that far out into the garden center. That's where these were. Glenna said, I'm new to basket designing and having a lot of fun. I made a few as gifts for my co-workers and now being asked to make some to sell. I'm watching a lot of you all's video. Very talented ladies. Well, thank you, baby. We are happy to have you and to help you in any way that we can. Donna Taylor said, classy. Can you pull the red gummy bear to the front? I have about 15 lilac and pink ones I need to use. Oh, pull it to the front. Oh, you mean just trying to look at the concept, you mean? I'll get you over there to it. Like I said, that was just me grabbing some items and just kind of putting it in there. Y'all remember those sleeves, because y'all, we're going to be getting roses and stuff here. I still have roses left over from last year. And remember how I told you they came, even though when you saw them, how gorgeous they look when you're done, how real they looked and everything. These here, my real beautiful roses that everybody thought that they were real last year. We're going to start pulling them out. And remember, now is the time, if you're going to order stuff, you don't want to wait till the last minute to order things. Now, I know this link is no longer there for Temu, but I know LBE has said she was going to be letting you guys know of a new link for roses. But these are how mine came, all smashed and smelling bad. And then you take a heat gun or a blow dryer and you fluff them out and they just come out just gorgeous. I mean, just like real roses. I called them forever roses. But anyway, these kind of sleeves right here I got from Temu. They work really, really good when you're just trying to, I sold them as singles as well. Literally just put them all in a basket with bows around them, and people bought them individually, just as a single rose. You just slide it in there and tie a ribbon around it. It's literally that simple. Of course, right now, I'm not even able to open the plastic up. I'm still not used to doing things without my nails, y'all. But anyway, you can see right there in the packet. That's what it looks like when it goes in the packet. I also, and I just made this one up over here for you guys just to see it when you when I give them you know, some roses with the big bear. But y'all remember this little container that I also got and put roses in it. I just made it up, and I know we decided last year that putting the baby's breath in here was much prettier. And then KOK, of course, and several of you other ladies did them up even another notch by putting the lights, the little mini fairy lights in here, and did these up. And these sell separate right by themselves or in a gift. But I had these in a basket, and they were able to purchase these and give them just like that. Or these here were individually done, and they could just buy a single rose, you know, to hand it in case they were taking a gift to one and wanting to give a rose to somebody else or whatever. So you want to have some roses for them to buy separately as well. So this here is really a perfect thing for roses, and these sleeves are too. So don't wait until it's time for Valentine's Day to get this stuff in. It takes time to sit and get your roses ready and get them prepped and all of that for Valentine's Day. So it's going to come quick, y'all. I'm telling you, you think you got a lot of time, but you really, really don't. You really don't have that much time, especially when you're trying to get candy together. You're trying to get your roses together. You're trying to get different size concepts together. You really, really don't have that much time. I promise you. I thought I was ahead of the game until the item sold for Christmas. So now it's like I said, I'm starting back over from scratch myself. But this is how they come when you pull them out of the bag. You wouldn't want to give that to nobody. But you put a little blow dryer to that, and they just automatically come to life. And they're gorgeous. Just simply gorgeous. But LBE said she's got some more links that she's going to give out, because the ones that we got them from last year, they're not available on that anymore. Let me see. I love it. Beautiful. Thank you, Donna said. Where are you going to get balloons? I got my balloons, Carol, from Temu. That's where I had gotten mine from, and I already still have a ton of them. Where did I put my balloons at? I got a whole box of them. I might have set them back into the foyer in here. But I've got the large ones. I've got the small ones. I've got tons of balloons. Some of these are still left over and blew up from last year that never even got put on anything, that I had just, you know, already had a bunch of them blown up and was using them. They last. They really last. But I've already got, I don't have to even order any balloons. I had ordered enough last year to get me through this year as well. So, let's see, not flat, smelling bad. Yes, they were horrible, but they were worth it, Loretta. They were worth it. My goal is to do 15 per day. That's a very, very good number. Allie Angels Design, 42 days. And baby, that is going to fly. And part of them days we're not designing because you're out selling. So you can't even count that whole time, because part of that is selling. You're not designing then. You're out in the road selling. So you can't even count that whole time. You got to knock a couple of them weeks off. Yep, it's already crunch time. It sure is never in a million. It absolutely is. So y'all got to really, really stay focused. This is why, you know, LBE and Felicia and everybody always preaches, what you waiting on? You know, you need to have these things already ready, and just like that, mine sold. And I'm thinking, I know y'all heard me saying I am ahead of the game. I'm so proud of myself. And then turn around and sell them. For Christmas, which I'm not complaining. Whether they sell at Valentine's or at Christmas, they sold, right? So they sold. But now I know how Valentine is, so it's really crunch time now. trying to get the, the baskets back up again. I will be pulling out a lot more of my Family Dollar. Remember my little plastic ones that we all got, or a lot of us got, for 27 cents? Those went really, really quick at Christmas time. Everybody loves that little, raised thing. And I will be using tons and tons and tons of um, my champagne bottles over there. I've got tons of those. I've got them in pink and in black. I will be doing a lot over there, those. I'll be using those in a lot of my Family Dollar containers. I'll put a plushie in one of the champagne bottles or something in there, or champagne bottles and roses or whatever. Because like I said, I got a bunch of them. Yes, they were bent in the back, so I got all the ones that were good in the front. I don't mind them being a little bit dented in the back. It's bubble bath. It's not a big deal. It's not, going to hurt what's on the inside of them. So I have plenty of those, and I will be using a lot of those in concepts. Those will go together really, really quick. So you want to find concepts that like everybody's saying, that you can. I don't do a lot of multiples. I never have. I have so many different original type things, but this Valentine's Day, with so many of the items selling for Christmas, I'm going to have some multiples, and they're going to be them champagne bottle bubble baths and my Family Dollar containers, because those are going to be something that I can get together really, really quick. And I'll be starting on some of them in the next week or two and show you guys, for any of y'all that have those containers, or if not, I'm sure they still have them. They just probably won't be 27 cents, but I will be doing some in those. Window bags, like I said, when you get to crunch time and you can't make any more, these window bags are the easiest thing in the world to put together. You can put together a window bag and throw stuff in there so fast, and they're fine for Valentine's Day. You're going to throw your plushie, your rose, your candy, whatever in there. So you might want to get you some window bags on order. They're really, really quick, really fast, really, a way to get a lot of concepts together really fast. So that can be something you do at the very end, because they are actually just that fast. If you're going to order any rose bears, get them ordered. Get them ordered. Now, unless you're ordering from Amazon. But if you're ordering anything from Temu, you need to go ahead and get your orders in, because you know how long it can take for Temu orders to come. Then you're risking the fact that your order was wrong or whatever. So don't wait till the last minute just thinking that everything's going to come in. That's if any of y'all are ordering anything. Everybody may have, a lot of people already have everything they're using to design. And that's great too. Get on it. What are you waiting on? Because if you've got the inventory already, they need to be going into concepts. Point blank, period. You need to get it going. If you've never done Valentine's Day, you're going to be pleasantly surprised on how many gifts you're going to sell. Valentine's Day is a very, very good holiday for selling. There's not too many people that have sad stories after Valentine's Day when it comes to sales. Your last few days are normally your best selling days. The closer it is to Valentine's Day, the more, because think about it. These guys don't have anywhere to hide these concepts, so there's not a whole lot of people that go out looking for Valentine gifts 2 weeks in advance. And another thing is, you're going to have chocolates and candies in some of them, and perfumes and spray bottles. And a lot of these men put these things in their trunk to get them home, or the night before. You can't have things exploding in their trunk with heat, or candy melting in their trunk. So you're going to get a lot more of your sales Valentine's Day and the day before. They just don't have anywhere to hide them, So keep that in mind. Those are going to be your busiest days. Am I saying you're not going to sell? Prior to that, absolutely not. Some people do have locations, but a whole lot of people don't have anywhere to hide it. So just know that those are going to be the day before, and Valentine's Day is definitely going to be your busiest day. And I think this year, what is it, guys? Is it Thursday and Friday, or is it Friday and Saturday? What day is Valentine's Day on this year? Dun, dun, dun. Are you not doing chocolates or anything, Hope? And y'all, please make sure you remind these people that if they do buy chocolate and you've got anything in there like that, or you've got um perfume sprays or whatever, you got to let them know. Some areas are not cold, they're hot, and that kind of stuff will explode if they leave it in their car. A lot of people don't know that stuff. You have to make sure you let them know that. If you're in an area where it gets hot in February, which I am, you need to remind these people that these aerosol sprays or whatever, your candles, some of you have candles, they will melt if you're in a hot temperatured area. These are things you've got to remember to tell these men. I promise you, they do not know that. They're not going to take that into consideration. They're not. They're going to take it. They're going to throw it in their back seat. They're going to throw it in their trunk. And it's up to us to make sure they know that. Imagine them taking that out on Valentine's Day and their candle has melted everywhere, all over their basket, or their chocolate, or their perfumes exploded. So make sure that you remember to let these guys know, to be careful if you've got a spray. I've got tons of these sprays going out. These sprays here, the little lips, those are aerosol sprays. You got to make sure you're letting these people know that if these things get too hot, they can explode. Don't just throw this stuff in your trunk and leave it. Okay? So make sure you remember that. Candles, even though that they're sitting up, sometimes people put them in their baskets and they have them tilted. That wax is going to go everywhere. It doesn't take a whole lot of temperature to melt a candle. I promise you. You think it does. It really does not. So think about that when you're putting your candles in your basket. If there's any way you can make sure that they're upright, do that. When you tilt them sideways and have them facing the front, there's a lot better chance of them melting and getting on the rest of the basket. So try to keep your candles in an upright position, but more importantly, make sure you let your customers know. Remind them about aerosol sprays, remind them about your candles and the wax and all of that. Just a little tip to remind. Let me see. It's on Saturday. Yeah, see, that's a really good time. You'll be able to sell to them on Friday and Saturday. That's fabulous. Next year will be even better. You'll have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to sell because Valentine's Day will be on a Sunday. So Saturday will be a really good day, and then Sunday. For those of you who work, other jobs and can't get out until after you're off work, next year will be a perfect scenario. You'll have Saturday and Sunday for those of you who work full time. Because I know that's really hard for y'all, that work to try to get time off for some of these holidays. I don't have nothing that matches, in my opinion. So my issue is getting things together that coordinate. Then the basket situation, I have plenty. Then I look through my stockpile for the perfect basket. Yeah, don't overthink that. Unique expressions, don't overthink that. You would be so surprised. Don't look for the perfect basket and the perfect this. During Valentine's Day, you get stuff out and a lot of, yeah, you can sit and group things together first and come back and put it together. But really, don't overthink that. Y'all saw when I pulled that blue out and I've got the red in it with that other basket. I mean, I am matchy. Felicia is not. Now, Felicia, Boss Lady Fee will tell you all day long, don't get hung up on that color matchy stuff. She will put a green, a yellow, and a pink or whatever in there. Yes, I do a lot of matchy, but don't just that. Because there's a whole lot of designers that mix colors and they do it on purpose. Never in a Million is one. She will mix stuff in a heartbeat and pull it together with them satin ribbons at the end. You think, oh my God, that stuff is not gonna go right together. She pops them daggone bows on them things, and them baskets look superb. So do not get caught up in the matchy matchy just because you see you know, certain designers like me that is all about color, because there is a whole lot of designers that are not, and their stuff is fabulous. So don't get caught up, and don't not put baskets together because of that. Check out Never in a Million, Felicia, and many other designers that will tell you quick that colors go together. You do not have to have all pinks and purples and reds. You just don't. This is our season for grace and favor. Amen. I received that, Miss Lillian. Cheryl said, hello, Steel Class and everyone. I'm here watching, listening, and enjoying. Thank you, Cheryl. Happy to have you, baby. Loretta said, I overthink all the time. However, since I've joined the community, I just let it do what it do. That's right. Never in a Million said the containers can literally be in anything. Anything. Literally anything. Boxes all day long. Wrapping paper. Put your wrapping paper on there. Put your stuff in a box. Pull out a platter. Pull out a saucer. Pull out bowls. They put them in bowls. They put them bags. I mean, anything. Just a plain cello bag. Wrap a piece of cardboard as your bottom. There's your bottom. Put the stuff in there. Wrap it up. You got it. Please don't be fooled into thinking everything has to be elaborate, new people. Please don't think that. A lot of us can make things look really pretty. It's a talent that you get as you go along, but you did nothing fancy. You just know how to put it together, and it comes together. I promise you. As long as the gifts tells a story, I'm good with it not matching. Absolutely. Absolutely. Donna said, that's correct, Classy. Lady Fee loves color. Yes, she does. And they're gorgeous. Absolutely. Never in a Million's another one. Like I said, there is some of us that is more matchy, but it does not have to be. I promise you it does not. It does not. No, they said, pull out them bird feeders. Who gonna check us, boo? Bird feeders, lanterns, oh my God, anything. Planters, pots that we plant flowers in. Anything, literally anything. I love using boxes and wrap. Yes, most people love using boxes and wrapping paper. You can get the right, and you don't have to buy your boxes, guys. New designers, go into Family Dollar, Dollar General. They've got the small boxes, the medium boxes, the thin boxes, the big boxes. They've got every shape and size box you could possibly want. Pull out your wrapping paper. When I started, that's all I did. I'm frugal. Anybody that is a member of my channel knows I'm one of the most frugal people you will ever meet in your life. And when I started designing, I didn't have any of this stuff, and I did not go out and buy it. I wrapped boxes. I started off by watching Boss Lady Fee, and that's what she did. And I grabbed boxes. I had tons of wrapping paper. I was always a wrapping paper fanatic. So I had tons of wrapping paper. And that's how I started. Once I learned about the clearance deals and the clearance sales, there ain't no way in the world I was going to go out and buy full price. I started using Dollar Tree containers and wrapping boxes. Every container I used came from Dollar Tree, a yard sale, or I wrapped a box. You do not have to go out. And I highly recommend that you don't go out and buy these kind of things full price. They're going to go on clearance after the holiday, and that's when you buy them. Just don't. There's too many other things you can use, and then save your money and get them after they go on sale. That's how I started out. That's how a whole lot of us started out. And that is the smartest thing to do. Don't think that your gift looks any less because it's in a box wrapped up. Them boxes wrapped up are gorgeous. Wrap them up, wrap up the whole box. Y'all know I've got some of them coming up. I love wrapping the entire box, a closed box, and I put the stuff on top. I even impressed Kimberly Showers' sister, who doesn't even do baskets, when I showed her one of my boxes where I just put the stuff on the top. You can wrap the entire box and set the stuff right there on the top and wrap it up. Some of my prettiest concepts were done on a complete closed in wrap box. So please don't think that you have to find the perfect container. The perfect container is right under your nose in your house in a box, I promise you. In a saucer, saucers that you don't use. That's why they go out and they buy bowls and saucers when they go on sale. There again, you put the little 3-piece spa set right on top of the saucer, put a rose in the front, bam, you got a concept. You've got containers around your house. You've got them all around your house. Let me see. Boxes from whether I have or don't have baskets. Yep. Nobody said yup. Carol said, I have now like you on 3 devices. Thank you, baby. Has everybody subscribed to Shant the Queen Facing? I hope so. Never in a million. I liked your concept in those plastic containers, and I have several of those. Also, y'all, this is out of the blue, but there is a reason for it. How many of y'all know your ring size? I don't know my ring size. But if you know your ring size, throw it in the chat for me. If you know your ring size, or what finger you normally would wear your ring on the most, or whatever. I don't know my ring size. I know my ring finger. What's your ring size, Donna? If y'all know your ring size, put it in the chat. I think mine is a 6, Angela, but that's for my ring finger, and I like wearing mine on my pointer finger. 7s, 8s, 9. Arnetta 7. Sheets is a 6. 7, 8, 8. Carol's is an 8. Often occasions is a 7. Moore's is a 9. Now, is that on your ring finger or your pointer finger? Do y'all like using your rings on a certain finger? Olympia's is a 10. Benita's is a 7. Chrissy's is, her ring finger is a 7. Yeah, I like my pointer. My pointer's larger than my ring finger. I think 8 is most popular because it's always sold out first. Oh, is it really? Yes, ring finger. Okay. The one I wear my wedding band on is a 7. Okay. 7. S. Blooms is laughing. Wow. Why are you laughing? My ring finger 6.5. Oh, wow. I didn't even realize they come in half sizes. I didn't even realize that. I was always told, y'all tell me if it's true. Does your ring finger, is that the same? This is totally off topic, y'all. So anybody that's in here for baskets, this is totally off topic. Is your ring finger the size of your shoe? I doubt it, because a lot of y'all in here do not have a tiny size 6 shoe. I always thought that mine was, because that was my shoe size. Alicia says, what am I missing? We're just putting our ring size in here on whatever finger you prefer to wear your ring on. I don't know my ring size, and I'm curious on what people's ring size is. I thought it was a shoe size. Donna said yes. Is that your shoe size? Okay, they're saying no, that is not. Nope, no way. Loretta said not true. Okay, Stephanie said, oh my God, no. Come to think of it, that's about right, Sheet T says. No, my shoe size is a 6. So is mine. That's not your ring size, though? Olympia said, yes, it is for her. Shoe size and ring size are the same for her. See there, y'all? It is for some, but not for everyone. Okay, mine is, I wear a 9, and your ring is a 9. See there? Temu sells ring sizers. Do they, Vanita? Okay. My finger is much smaller than my shoe size. All right. I guess it's just coincidental that some of us have the same ring size as our shoe. I was just curious, y'all, on that. Huh. Curious. That was really far-fetched, huh? You're right. But there was a reason for that, I promise you. But anyway. So I hope y'all did put it in there. My finger's much smaller than my shoe size. Vanita says no. Okay. All right. All right, guys. I don't know how long I've been on. 114 minutes it's saying. So I hope some of y'all got some ideas tonight on what to do with bears and plushies and different things that we can use. And please know that you do not have to have the containers that you're seeing everybody else use. I definitely suggest that everybody, even if you have them, wrap a few boxes and try it out, and you're going to love it. T. Royal is the size 8. One Bon B said, my right hand finger is a half size smaller than my left hand. My Redding ring is 7.5. I guess the size doesn't change over time. Huh. Well, I guess it does with your weight. If you gain weight or lose weight, it does. Your ring finger will change, because I know people that used to be heavier and they lost weight and they had to go back and get their ring size resized. So your ring size is going to change depending on your weight fluctuating, as well as if you have trouble with your hand swelling and water retention and all that stuff. Alicia said, that's interesting about the ring and shoe size. I'll definitely rewatch. Let me see. No, because Alicia, it doesn't seem to be no rhyme or reason. It is for about half of us and not for the other half. I love that long clear with black tops, black bottom tubular top you have. I just can't find it on Temu. The long clear with black top, black bottom. What? I'm lost, baby. What are you talking about? You can't find it on the long clear with the black top. What is that, baby? What are you speaking of? What did I get from Temu that you can't find? Or are you talking to somebody else? I love that long clear with the black top. Long clear with the black top. Bottom tubular top you have. Are you talking about the ones with the roses in it? Is that what you were talking about? Is that what you're talking about? My cousin absolutely loved her baby shower and push mom gift. Oh, that's fabulous. Nice live, and thanks for sharing such beautiful gifts. You're so welcome, baby. Shai said, Alicia, I got to go see the push gift that the rose is in. Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Is it the rose sleeve that you're talking about? Yeah, these are they're folding. They come long and flat. Let me see if I have one over here in my box. They come like this. Ugh. They come like that in a long sheet. I did a live. You can go back and look at my lives on roses, or something to that effect. But I showed y'all how to do these. That's how they look. LBE also has videos out on this. She's the one that showed us about these originally. Then I did some concepts and I showed how to do it. I showed how to use the ribbon through here on gathering your roses inside there. Make sure you do that with that ribbon if you get some of these, because it holds all your roses in place. See in there? Don't just stick them down in the tube. Gathering them with that thread is really going to help hold them in. But I've got a video where I showed that. But they come flat like this. And you fold them over, and then you peel this tape off and tape it. And then you slide your roses in there. And you can do it with lights like KOK and some other people did. And who else did that? Michelle. Yeah, Michelle did some beautiful ones that I showed y'all that she had showed me. But yeah, they're really, really nice. They do look better with the baby's breath in there, but I just wanted to put some in there to put with that giant bear to show you. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked to see if they're still in there. I would think that they're still on Temu, but I haven't ordered any more of them because I've still got some, but I probably should order some more to be honest. I'll have to go on Temu and look and let you know. I posted both. Let me see. Bears are so expensive. I posted both on YouTube. The Push Mom gift is in the big cake gift box we have. Um, she says, thank you. You're so welcome. Rosebird said a 7.5. Witness Creation says a 9. Okay. All right. I appreciate that, y'all, putting that in there. Let me see. But anyway, y'all, that unless y'all have any other questions, and if you come back and you watch the replay and you have questions, please don't hesitate to put it down in the comment section. I try really, really hard to go back and answer every single question or comment that anybody leaves. If I see it, I'm going to answer it. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Don't hesitate to ask. I hope that y'all took the time to subscribe to Shant the Queen Faison. If not, please do that. If one of my mods will please put her link one more time in the bottom of the comments, I'd really appreciate it. If you have a channel and she has not gotten to 5,000 by tomorrow, if y'all can please mention that on your live as well until we can get her to 5,000. I can't find a lot of things. LaQuisha, what do you mean, baby? What can't you find, darling? You mean on Temu? Temu is hard to maneuver. I struggle on Temu. I really do. Brenda says, what do you call the container you have the roses in? And what do I search for? Oh my goodness. I'll have to go back and look at my own live or back in my Temu account. I didn't think to get that info. Are these just rose sleeves, y'all? I know that these are sleeves. I know for a fact these are sleeves. And if you look up rose sleeves, or I bet you these will show up. I bet you they do. So Donna's ring finger is an 8. Has anyone seen the Whitney fragrance anywhere? Not me. All things with the case that I make them, Alicia. I'm a doula. Do y'all, anybody in here know exactly what these were called? Thanks, Lisa, for putting Shant's link. Y'all that are in here, please take a second to hit Shant the Queen Faison's link. It's the very last comment right now in the comment section. She is definitely one of the OGs in the basket community. She is hilarious, wonderful person, and we're trying to get her to 5,000. She's less than 50 away. So if y'all could take the time to subscribe to her, you will not be sorry. Thank you. I appreciate that, darling. Beautiful Concepts is always classy. I'm subscribed with both of my YouTube channels to Shant. Thank you so much. By Miss Angie and Witness Creations. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Brenda said an 8 or a 9, depending on the finger. Keisha said one Bon B. Whitney Houston. I've seen them at Dollar Tree. I've seen them there before. I haven't seen them recently, though. Whitney, she saw them at City Trends. Donna said going to subscribe now. Thank you, Donna. I appreciate that. Lisa, can you look and tell me what Shant is at right now? How much more does she have to go to get to her 5,000? Does anyone know who makes the price tags? I forgot who LBE and Boss Lady said. Queendom Baskets. Queendom Baskets. She is absolutely fabulous. Queendom Baskets. That is who makes the gift tags. Shant said, hey, sis, I'm just walking in and just tuning back in. Thank you. I really appreciate everybody. Love you, and I will see y'all in the morning. but I'm going to stay here until you end. All right, baby doll. Y'all hear that? She's going to be on in the morning. So for those of you who are subscribing to her for the first time, pop in the morning. You are going to love her. Okay, I promise you. Still showing 4.97. Sean would have to look in there at the actual number itself, but we still have to be about 30 away. I've always heard that your ring finger. I have too, Yolanda. I heard that it's the same as your ring finger, and I believed it because mine is. Sweet Tea says, thanks, ladies. You are so welcome. So welcome. But anyway, y'all. So y'all please take the time. It may take a little while for those of you who have subscribed to show up, for YouTube to catch the number. I'm not sure how that works or how long it takes or if that's the case. But anyone that's coming in and watching the replay, if y'all could please take the time to subscribe to my buddy Shant the Queen Faison, we will really, really appreciate it, and you will be rewarded in return, I assure you. But guys, I'm going to get off of here. My throat is starting to get really, really parched at this point. Shant said she's at 4,974, y'all. We need 26 more. We are getting her there. She is down to needing 26 more subscribers. I will catch the replay. Thank you, Rhonda. Donna said, done. Thank you, baby. Alicia said, yes, please join Shant in the morning. We have a great time, and we absolutely do love her. We do. Keish said, Sally Raw, I got the Hallmark bears after Christmas last year, and I removed the Santa hat off of one of them. Witness Creation said, I heard the same. I'm a 9 for my ring finger and shoe. See, y'all, it does work like that for some of us. Never in a Million said, Shant's morning shows are the best. They absolutely are. And I know there's some of y'all in here that have not subscribed yet, and you don't know what you're missing. I'm telling y'all, when you are having a bad day and you tune into Shant, she's going to get you laughing. She can't help herself. She's funny without even trying. So I promise you, you will not regret. So that is one that I hope that y'all take the time. Let me see. I pray she hits 5,000 by morning. I sure do too. I know they said, let's go, Shant. I'm already subscribed to all things Shant. Right, Rhonda? I know, me too. My grandchildren already are too. Let me see. Alicia said, and she has a beautiful singing voice. Yes, she does. She absolutely does. So for anybody coming in to watch the replay, there again, Shant the Queen Faison. SHUNT, the Queen Faison, FAISON. Shant the Queen Faison. I appreciate it. Y'all, I love y'all. Like I say at the end of all of my other lives, y'all please stay positive. Keep encouraging each other, y'all. Never in a Million said she's the only reason I get up and drive to work every morning. She helps with that ride, doesn't she? And she will name you things. Like Never in a Million is now Naomi. And she's that to me too. It's so funny. LaQuisha said, I watch her every morning. Yes. Never in a Million said, listen to her in the mornings. Yes. What time, Shant? What time are you coming on tomorrow? Normally she comes on at 8 on her ride home from work. But you really get the real Shant when you catch her at home. At home, she's even more fun than the ride in the morning. Lisa said, good night, everyone. Good night, Lisa. Transparent floral wrapping paper, Ebony says. What did you put on the top after you removed it? Okay, she must be asking somebody else a question. What did you put on the top when you removed it? What are you talking about? Sally, are you talking to me? LOL, Naomi cracks me up each time. Me too. Me too. She's so serious with it. Good night, Creative Living. Anita said, rooting for you, Queen Shant. Alicia said she is 9 a.m. Eastern on weekends and 8 a.m. on weekdays. Yeah, but catch her, y'all. All right, Shant the Queen Facing. All right, guys, I love y'all. I will see y'all in the morning on Shant the Queen Facing's channel at 9 a.m. Let me see. Sometimes she'll do 9:30, but she does try to do 9 on the weekends. But if you don't see her at 9, sometimes it's 9:30. She's talking about the Santa hat. Oh, she's talking to somebody else. Okay, gotcha. Thank you for the hearts, baby. Love you, baby. You know I do. Keish says, nothing, you can put a ribbon around the neck. Unique Expression says, good night, baby. Donna Taylor said, good night. Shamika's giving hearts. Good night, baby. All right, y'all. All right, love you guys. I will talk to you later and see you next Saturday, God willing. Y'all post some pictures. If you don't have a channel, please go to your community page and start posting pictures of your Valentine's concepts. That's the best way to get your channel going. Just start posting some pictures. You don't have to be on camera. You don't have to talk. Just take pictures of your concepts and post them. And then when you come on someone's live, just start letting us know. I posted some pictures on my community page. I posted some pictures. So y'all start posting pictures, okay? Even if that's all you want to do, just post pictures for now. Good night and thanks. You're welcome. Good night. Good night, everyone. All right, y'all. Good night. Have a wonderful week until I see you next Saturday at 7. Hit the like button if you hadn't on your way out. Hit the subscribe button if you hadn't done so yet. Good night, y'all.